What is it? Drink this? Okay. It's Bookablaga. So this is the program where we look at books that we should have read, including myself, and we look at them. Since this first series of books we're looking at is all related to conspiracies, we pretty much have to look at the history of the CIA. So in this week's Bookablaga, we'll be looking at the bizarre, sordid, and downright criminal history of the CIA through the use of the book Legacy of Ashes by Tim Weiner. Most of us know at least something about the creepy history of the CIA. Maybe the MK Ultra program. The CIA's demented mind control experiment program where they famously non-consensually dosed people with psychedelic drugs. The subject of these MK Ultra mind control experiments were, let's just say, the less fortunate of society, including prisoners who they would exchange participating in these experiments with things like more outdoor time. Weird side story. One of those prisoner participants in this MK Ultra mind control project from the CIA was a little guy, goes by the name Whitey Bulger, who later became a notorious mob boss.
In 1956, Bulger served his first term in federal prison at Atlanta Penitentiary for armed robbery and truck hijacking. He later told mobster Kevin Weeks that while there, he was used as a human subject in CIA-sponsored MK Ultra program. He was told the goal was to help find a cure for schizophrenia, when in fact the goal was to research mind control drugs for the CIA. Whitey Bulger described his experience as, quote, nightmarish, and said it took him to the depths of insanity.
But if you think they just did these experiments on violent criminals, you'd be wrong. The most notorious of this kind of activity was the project known as Operation Midnight Climax.
CIA operatives involved in Midnight Climax hired prostitutes in San Francisco to lure clients back to brothels. Once there, the agents secretly drugged their targets and watched them engage in sexual activities from behind a two-way mirror. The agents preferred men from working class or financially disadvantaged backgrounds. The idea was the subjects with limited social status would attract the least attention and be less likely to cause any issues.
Is prostitutes a cancelable word? The justification for this crap was usually that the Reds were coming, the communists were coming to get us. But I get the feeling that a lot of these guys were just demented Epstein perverts. We know these guys had the best of intentions because they destroyed most of the records of these projects when they kind of started to get caught. And the MK Ultra experiments are that's just the tip of the iceberg, my dudes. We got illegal spying on anti-war groups and groups like the Black Panthers, drug trafficking, recruiting and protecting Nazis, creating false justifications for wars, and on and on and on. These insane facts are kind of public knowledge, and they're just sort of accepted about, oh, that's what that organization does. But what most of us don't know is why this group was started in the first place. And that actually reveals a lot more than these sensational but true stories. The CIA has a really bizarre and pretty much from the beginning sordid and criminal history that most of us don't know about. And it really gives you a peek into how things really work. And it's really well detailed in this book.
If you want the deets,
if you want to join and read along or just get all the most important points,
Patreon.
Join my Patreon, patreon.com, for the full Bookablaga episode on this book. You can sign up for as little as 5 bones. Thank you, and bye-bye.